not everybody can pull that off. So I am very proud of you. I think the show is good. I'm very proud of how you can do that. I don't think you should show everybody the wounds that you get here and there, but I think we should tell everybody. No, I don't think we should do that either. Green room, green room, green room.
Though I was really excited about last week's show. Normally I can cut a clip or two that's funny. I got 5 clips out of last week.
It was a blast.
That was hilarious. That was really hilarious.
I think I have never in my life on any podcast I've been on, any live shows I've been on, I don't think I've ever spent as much time going, I don't know what to say now.
You went,
Yeah,
I gotta show you this awesome thing that Janet Leonard in Ireland made for me.
Oh boy.
It's a lady with the blue hair.
Janet, look at what you did.
Isn't that cute? The lady with the blue hair. I think that is so cute. It's even got little earrings because she knows I like that. I wear a ton of jewelry all the time. Isn't that cute? Yay! That is like my favorite thing this week of all time.
June.
Yay! Hey, June. Yeah, I saw June not too long ago. I bet Teresa's on too. Yep, there's Teresa. Yay!
Hi, Facebook user who said that's cute that I have no idea who you are. Hi to you.
Yeah, I just think this is so cute. This is so cute.
I'm just surprised it's not a squirrel. I'm just saying. I have accepted my squirrel bullies in my life.
Oh, and look, Patty Rubido's on from California. Hey, Patty. Patty's always on. She's on my team, on my Avon team, and she's always on our team Zoom. She's very faithful about going to our thing, so that's awesome. I love that.
Beach. Where's Huntington Beach? Patty, where's Huntington Beach? Is it north, south, middle? What? I absolutely love the climate of California. Someone asked me one time what my favorite place in the States would be. And I would be hard pressed to pick a favorite, but I love Lake Tahoe and I love San Diego. The climate, when I would be doing things business wise in San Diego, it's the only place, Orange County. Okay, cool. It's the only place that I've ever seen where when I would wake up in the morning, and at that time I still listen to news. I don't do it anymore because it just
I don't listen to news either.
But I would listen to the morning news there on the TV, and when they would do the weather forecast, they had four different forecasts. They had coastal, inland, mountain, and desert. But they had to do that because that was their audience range.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Now that's funny. Your state and my state are like polar opposites because what could they fit? How many New Hampshires into Texas?
Everyone anybody ever thought of.
Right, because our state is like little teeny dinky. Yeah. Oh, Peg's on. Hi, kids. Oh, I love that. You know what? I was what we could talk about for a minute. It's so funny. I'm working on the new play.
Mm-hmm.
And they actually wrote me in. I said no. I'm not good at setting boundaries, evidently, because I said no, and right here we are. So
2 years later, we have a book. So hey.
The thing is, trying to explain, even though we did this before, trying to explain why we need to do the same things again is actually funny that they're I'm not very good at explaining it, I guess, but it's the same with customers. I know you're going to get it because you and I think the same on this stuff, but let me give you an example. The script. Oh, Janet's on. Janet. Hey. Okay. So, okay, I'll give you an example. My job as a producer, right? What do I end up doing is being the assistant for Kenny, the director, and writing checks for stuff, right?
Producers pay for things.
Right. Or get someone to pay for them. That's going to be my job this time, is finding sponsors to pay for it.
Right.
Anyway, but the thing that why we didn't have as much trouble last year, why we had the cast we did, why everyone stayed, and I'm not sure Kenny believes me, but it's because I said, I didn't even go into the rehearsals. But what I did do was I learned everybody's name. When they came in the door, I made an effort to say, I'm glad you came tonight. And people would say stuff like, oh, I was thinking about sitting home, and then I thought about you standing there waiting for me. And I didn't want to disappoint you. And right. So it's the little teeny things that made a big difference.
Right.
And in the script, they have parts that say person one, boy two. And in the Pine Tree Riot play last year, I went back to Connie, the script writer, and I said, we need to have real names for these people, even though they're small parts.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to help me when I do publicity, because do you want to go to all your family and have them come watch you be person two? Or do you want to, right? And to make how we did the endorsements for the book,
mm-hmm.
I have graphics for all the actors and the crew.
Right.
And when you're an actor, do you want it to say,
right,
Jeff West playing person one? Or do you want
I wanted to be person two, damn it. I'm sorry, folks. I forgot I wasn't in the green room.
and I have to convince Kenny almost, because Kenny's not understanding, I think, how important this is for a volunteer army. He's used to people that get paid to act. So I said to him, it makes a difference. It does, and I'm going to go to Connie and have her give them names. And he's almost like, oh, go ahead. You know what I mean? But I'm just going to continue with what I know is the thing, because I know if I was going to be in a play, I'd be more apt to do it if I had a part with a name. And his thing is, it's like in the military where you earn that. He said actors that are doing this professionally get all excited when they finally get into a play where they're a named character.
Right.
Did you cuss?
I did. I said damn a while ago. Oops, I said it again. Damn. I'm sorry. Oops.
Oh, I didn't even notice it. Wow. Congratulations.
I still didn't drop the big ones.
Wow. Oh, yeah, we're going to have to use that for a clip.
No, that's all right.
But anyway, so now don't you think, as far as that's the same way that I treat my customers, it's the same way that I treat my team members. Absolutely. It's not good enough just to say that lady on my 6th generation, I need to know her name.
Right.
Little things.
It's like a principle that I would teach as a state sales coordinator. The way Aflac was set up, the regional managers, the regional sales coordinators reported directly to me. They were my mastermind, basically, group. Then the district sales coordinators would report to the regions, and then they would. We had coordinators in training and entry-level associates that would just be out there doing everything. So we all had a role that we played. And every now and then I would get a district sales coordinator who would be kind of bummed out, is the best way to say it, that their team wasn't producing. They'd have people on their team that weren't producing, and they were thinking about getting rid of them. And I would laugh and I would say, come here, let me teach you a lesson here. And I would tell them and say, you think about this. Back in those days, the good producer level started at about $200,000 in sales volume. On that, they would make, not counting the renewals, they'd probably make 80,000, and then the renewals and all that would be on top of it. But that was kind of the benchmark that we all kind of looked at as, okay, this is a solid producer right here. So, but I'd get districts and they'd have people that were producing 50,000 a year, 75,000 a year, whatever. And they would be disappointed and almost want to get rid of them. And I would say, okay, let me ask you a question. If you landed an account tomorrow, a brand new account with Aflac, and the premium that account was going to produce for you was $50,000 a year in premium, how would you treat that account? And to put it in perspective, our average account back then maybe ran about $10,000 in premium. So it would have been 5 times the average in our area. And they'd say, oh, I take good care of that account, $50,000 a year. That's going to be building my renewals and all that. I said, you take care of that account, but you got an associate out there that's bringing in $50,000 in production every year, and you act like they're offensive to you. Yeah, you make the same money either way, unless you personally if you personally open an account, you would make the entry level commissions too. But I said, you make the same overrides for sure either way. So just a thought, maybe you might appreciate them and treat them like a customer, treat them like they're valuable to you, and coach them and mentor them, and maybe someday they'll produce 100,000 a year or 150,000 a year. But if you run them off, not only will you not get any more of those 50,000, you're going to lose what you already had.
Well, and the other people.
Yeah,
It infects the other people, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's just I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought it was common sense though that you would.
Common sense is not that common, Lisa. And that's not an original thought. It's just there. It's true. Common sense, things that seem like they should be common sense. Hey, Kim Throckmorton understands completely. Kim was one of my Aflac friends that I've known for a long time.
Yeah.
Just give me 10 of those and I'd be elated, because that's $500,000 in production. The district override back when I was doing it was about 10%. So it'd be $50,000 an override should be making, and they know what they're doing, and all you got to do is love them. Yeah, I can love somebody for 50 grand. I've loved people for less.
Me too.
Green room. Mayday.
No, it's just, I think I don't know, the whole premise is when I'm thinking about doing the play or my business or the book or whatever it is, right. It's the same, the Go Giver thing. When I joined the Go Giver Success Alliance, my only consideration was what value could I bring to the group? So what value am I bringing to this play? What value am I bringing to Avon? What value am I bringing to setup cards? That's all I'm worried about, because the other seems to take care of itself if I do that.
Right.
So with the play, it was more of a challenge the first time I did it. Now I can replicate what I did, because that did work last year. Right. But I was surprised that, they were floundering a little bit without someone doing the hand holding, hugging. I'm the hug person.
You're a hugger now. I you not only met once, and that hug that day didn't do it, but I have ruined you. You're a hugger now.
Oh, so yeah, it's funny to be in charge of that myself, but I'm the huggy feely person in this situation.
You're the CHO, the chief hugging officer.
The chief hugging officer. Yeah, there it is. And
go back and watch the replay on what you just said, because it sounded like something else to me.
Oh no. You're a naughty man.
No, I am not. I am not. But
I loved it. That's the clip I liked the best, when I said the man buffet and I'm sampling the dishes and you stunk right out of sight. Between that, Jenny's laugh, that's my favorite.
Jenny's laugh was a blast. I really do enjoy that lady.
I got one last weekend. Who's that? That guy, you are now a hugger. That's got to be either, let's see, because I stayed over Pat Velasquez's house last weekend with Brooke Sanitas and Laura Douglas Robinson, so it could have been any of them guys, or Kathleen.
I got tickled at what Kim Throckmorton just posted after that. We were talking about where she said, "Give me 10 producers, it'll do 50,000. I'll be elated."
They could live with me.
They could live with me for that.
Well, that's all.
I'm now going to be your parable pimp. Okay, Kim, we're going to get you lined up with $50,000 producers that can live in your house.
Oh God! Did you go to the networking today?
No, I couldn't. I had my writing mastery mentorship class was going on today, and I actually got a little bit confused on my timing with everything. So, but the short answer to your question is no.
No, and dang it, I didn't either. So neither one of us went. But for those of you who want to go, in 2 weeks there is one that you can pay $20 if you're not in the network, yep. And we'll put the link in the group, because that is an awesome way to meet new people. You usually meet at least 4 at that thing.
Right.
And matter of fact, I met 2 at this past one, Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sending them their card and stuff. But once they're in my system, I go on White Pages and get their birthday, whitepages.com, if y'all don't have that yet, and building my network that way. But to me, it's a constant thing. And I know with you it is too.
Right.
Adding people every day.
Right.
Yeah.
Adding people and the whole idea of looking about how you can serve them, you just keep doing that and it will grow. There's a point that I've used to make, and I'm actually working it into the storyline on a book that I'm working on right now too, about you can see two different styles of leadership in any organization. One is where it resembles a normal pyramid, and it's where you got and the leader who thinks they're sitting on top and everybody below there kind of reporting up to them. And I've never bought into that idea of leadership or management. With me, it's an upside down pyramid where you're on the bottom as the leader, you're on the bottom. You need to look at everybody above you as being a customer of yours, whether they're part of your team or whether they're an actual customer or whatever, but look at them as being a part of an organization, an integral part that you provide value to. You make sure that they get what they need out of the equation in a way that you're profitable too. It's not giving away the farm. I'm not talking about that, but your mindset is, okay, how can I provide value to these people? Because the truth is, if you provide enough value to the people on your team, whether they're management or just in entry-level sales positions, or they're your customers, you provide that value, the relationship lasts a long time. I still have people now that they still want relationships with me. And I've been out of that game for almost 10 years now.
They want relations with you.
Wait a minute, Jenny's not on this broadcast. Am I going to have to go through this every week now?
Okay, that was wrong.
By the way, I can't tell who it is, but someone said, hello, Lisa and Jeff. You're a Facebook user. You did it at 6:16, and hello back. I have no idea who you are.
The one that says a great way to meet go-givers. The whole go-giver thing, though, has like permeated my whole life.
Absolutely.
Which nothing wrong with that. But I even try to like bring value when I'm the customer, because it's just something that I am now, and I think it benefits me in the long run. I don't see any downside to this. Yeah. So everybody who's thinking about that we're all doing this and there's some weird thing about it, like the kid thinks it's a cult, but I'm like, it's a cult of being nice.
The world could use more cult if it is.
It's like the everybody's benefiting cult. I don't see the downside, because
like Eunice, thanks for putting your name there.
My favorite example, of course, is Stockhouse, which is he's the guy that's in charge of the landscaping and or snow plowing here.
Right.
He's a young guy. I met him a few years ago, but he is on it. And I try to be his best customer that he has, because he takes care of me when I do that. I bet you that if he has to sit there, this is what I'm assuming, that when there's a plow job to be done, I'm in a big list of people. If I call him, usually I don't do that, but if I'm stuck, like I came here in the middle of the night, I knew we'd got snow, I knew I needed to get to the garage, I called him and I said, could you shove me at the front of the list, even if you just make me a path to my garage so I can get off the street? I would be so thankful. And he absolutely did that for me. And normally he wouldn't. He would have waited till the next day to clear me. But I felt all right asking him, because I really work hard at being his best customer. What were you going to say?
I don't know. I got stuck on that part where you said you're so glad you got in off the street. And I'm thinking, what? I don't know this side of you. What?
I haven't sunk so low I'm street walking yet. That would be wrong, wouldn't it? Really? Oh, that was what Kim said. For $50,000, you could probably live there. Where, on the street? No. What did you mean? Oh, yeah. No, I mean the little things make a difference to him, because he tells me horror stories, and one of them, if believe it or not, is. And this is not just with him, it's in general. I have found that I've had a much better life because I'm not so picky about every little thing. Right. So he says to me, do you want to call me when you need plowing? I said, no. Yeah, I've called you this time because you're the professional plow guy. If you think I need plowing, plow it. I want to be the check writing girl. You plow. What? Why are
I was thinking about snow. So.
No, see, now that's on you. I was not even going anywhere near that.
I'm sorry. This is not being a very professional night, is it? I'm sorry.
We're gonna have to get Jenny back here to double team you like we did. Jeff
No,
sandwich.
Jenny can
Jeff
come back
sandwich.
anytime she wants to, but I want on the right side. I don't want to be in the middle anymore.
Not too bad.
Oh, this is.
That is wrong.
But back
But
to what you were talking about. Everybody, please do two things. Check out the Go Giver stuff. When Lisa and I shared that, because I don't care what level you are in your business, it's going to help you because it's that strong. It teaches skill sets, like the networking thing. That even if you're not part of the Success Alliance, you can go to the networking thing later this month for $20, and you're going to learn. Bob, spend some time teaching networking techniques, how to do it properly. And then also you get to break out into groups. And I think we normally do 4, Lisa, is that right? Where you break out 4 times in the groups
and
and
you
you
meet
get
people
to,
you never, I mean, just the example of you and I, how would I have ever crossed your path? Or you crossed mine. I guess I was surprised I'd never met you because I've known Bob as long as you have, or close to it.
right.
But did you ever go to his like extreme makeover?
Now, the things that with Bob that I went to were live events that he did.
For
Most of them
you?
actually were Aflac events.
Right.
I helped him
Because
get
he did
in
some
the
of his
doors
own.
there.
Yeah, I
So,
went to his ones that he did on his own. He had Bob Proctor there. He had big names that he brought in because they're friends of his. Those are the ones I went to, and you didn't. That's how I didn't see you.
Yeah.
But at the Go Giver, I've met people I never would have had access to, including you.
Yeah,
So
I encourage everybody to check it out. And if you're going to check it out too, as you see, Lisa and I put the post up there. Share the post in your group because all of you have people that could actually
your team
benefit
members.
from learning how to network, whether it's in their business or
Yeah.
personal things. And so it's just a huge event. And also, if you think about it and you feel led to do so, we'd love for you to share this show. As you guys watch it, there's always a way you can share it down your timeline, whether it's LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter. No, we're not on Twitter, or it's YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook. And just as Lisa posts it in shareable content, because she's very good about having the video out either that day or the next day. And then that's what I do. I start sharing it from Lisa's feed. And that's how I share it. But please do that because we love you guys. And I know you love Lisa, and it helps spread that whole message about that. So don't be shy.
Spread Lisa around.
Oh, my word. How are we ever going to unring this bell?
Oh, I don't know. Somebody said Jeff is lying. You lying about not liking being a Jeff sandwich. You enjoy it.
Yeah, but it plays well this way for the show. All right.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Hang on, I got to get more of my coffee. I'll be right back here.
Oh, and when the networking thing that's different is that you don't go into that thinking I'm going to get 4 new customers. You go into that thinking, I wonder what these other guys do so that I could bring value to them. Maybe I know somebody they need to be connected with, or maybe I have some resource that they might benefit from. So you're not even worried about what you're going to get out of it.
Right.
And I think that takes a while to get your head around, though.
Right. It does, but it goes back to the old thing about word of mouth is the best advertising. And that's really what proper networking is, because we're trying to connect people with each other all the time. And so, if I remember one of our first events, we had, I don't remember how long ago this was, but I was on one of the breakout things, and Holly Kirby was in there.
The wine lady.
Yeah, she's just a sweetheart. I think they live in Oregon. She and her husband have their business is a tour company that takes people on tours of different wineries around there. And so every time I see her put anything out, I'm sharing it everywhere I on all of my feeds. Number one, I have friends that pretty much across the country. We even have friends across the world now.
Yes, we do.
But so I'm sharing it for that reason, but also people plan trips all the time. And I love it when I see good people, which she obviously is. I love to see good people do well and have a business that is something to be proud of, both that it makes a profit, of course, but also that it does something that makes people's lives better. And so just the whole idea that you and I both feel the same way. I cannot say enough good things about being part of the Go Giver Success Alliance or just being part of the events that we do each Wednesday and the breakout things. And then Bob does a training once a month that I think he lets anybody come to that. And then it's because it's to promote the whole process. But
it's funny at the every time I've been doing the breakout thing and I get a new person in my room or whatever it is, I end up not on purpose, but I end up like plugging the group because sometimes they haven't joined yet or not. And what I always tell them is how I met you when we did the book, because it's just, that is something that I don't know how would have happened another way. I don't
know any way we would have met either other than that. So
right.
And that's been so good for both of us, Lisa. It's not just, it's a nice thing that's happened and it is what it is, but it's been a good thing for both of us outside of this.
Yeah.
Like Peg and I are taking a class from John David Mann, and it's called Writing Mastery Mentorship. I got it right that time. But basically what it amounts to is it's a course that John David Mann, who's the course is the co-author of the Go Giver series. He's also the author of like 30 different books. So well over 3 million books. Now I'm going to give you the math on this. 3 million for John David Mann and not 3 million for Jeff West. He's my hero. I'm just going to say that. But he's teaching a course. He's literally my favorite author, and he's got the new novels now. And he's now actually, he announced to us in the class, I don't think it's private, that he's got one more parable that he's doing, but from now on he's not going to co-author anymore. He's doing everything that's his.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, the guy is just a brilliant mind. When I'll be reading something of his, and I'll read a couple of sentences or a paragraph, and it just blows me away. And I'll send him a text. I say, "Dude, this is good." And I don't think I started with "dude." I probably started with something that sounds a lot more intelligent than that. But it's just amazing. And there's one I want to tell everybody, but I can't.
When you write something to me, or I see you write something that's public consumption, I'm always thinking, "Oh God, I wish I could write like that." But you're thinking that about him.
Oh, absolutely.
So I'm like fangirling you, and you're fanboying him.
That's it. Well, I've told him multiple times, I want to be you when I grow up. I'm 63. I'm going to grow up eventually. I don't know exactly when, but
I'm not on. Yeah, at this point, I'm regressing at a stage I can't imagine.
So you're saying if you haven't grown up by 60, heck with it?
Not gonna happen, right? Yeah. Now I like Jenny's whole thing about you get to a certain age and you're just like buck wild. That's my new favorite thing to say is buck wild. I looked that up.
Buck wild. Okay.
Buck wild. Yeah, that means an extreme level of wildness, which I think we all can agree I've gone there. Buck wild. There we go. Oh yeah.
But on this course that Peg and I are taking, we get 7 modules in the course, but there's 2 calls per week that we can jump on and be mentored in the small group session. He was going to only have 10 people in it. I think it's gotten up to 14, but he does them in 2 different times because we have people in Dubai and America. And, it's just crazy. And so you can actually jump on both. So we're getting 104 mentorships, small group mentorships, kind of like our little breakout sessions. Although I think today there were about 6 or 8 people on the one I was on today. But I mean, every time the man speaks, I learn something. And
the quality of people that we've gotten to hang around the last couple of years is unbelievable. I was thinking Grant Mueller. I was thinking Jay Dubler. He just did a training on the Go Giver thing. That man has earned millions buying and selling businesses, and he was teaching us on the call Wednesday. I mean, to have access to all that stuff is, I don't even know.
It doesn't suck.
I like that Buck Wild Plus. I even got Buck Wild Plus. Yeah, I think that's the new, I have chapters in my life, and this chapter is called Buck Wild Plus, evidently.
You're loud. Like we always say, this thing's working for you.
It's working.
I still, every time that you're doing anything and I'm watching the show, or if I'm part of the show or whatever, I get so tickled because I know it's coming. And now I know that I know it's coming. I said, Dr. Bill, I know that you know that this is coming. And I know that you know that I know that you know that I know this is coming.
I got to come up with some new stories that I can hit you with that you haven't heard.
Yeah. When you do one and it surprises me on the show and you see me muted in the corner at my little screen, just dying laughing, I go, that was new. I like it.
Yeah. I keep thinking of ones every once in a while. I got to write them down so we can do them.
We're already at 6:30. Those of you that, if you haven't had a chance to go on Amazon and rate, said the lady with blue hair or the unexpected tour guide or
I've
do
got to do
reviews,
that graphic
please do.
again because we're still interested in hitting that 100.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're ahead of a lot of books that I really do like the books. So, but well, we need to get over 100, just exactly like you said. You're right.
Yeah, we got to keep and we all knew from the start. We've been saying it from the start. This is a long-term project because I've had a lot of people say, "How long am I staying blue?" I'm staying blue forever.
It's working for you. Well, you can stay blue as long as you want to. There's nothing else for me to add to this conversation. I have nothing. As Sergeant Schultz would say, I know nothing.
You wanted to say something, but luckily you decided not to.
If I chose common sense over valor.
Matter of fact, Peg and I are going. You really got to come to this. Peg and I are going to the Avon convention. She's going to be one of my roommates. I've already had one, so there's going to be 3 of us in the room so far. We may get a 4th.
Is that the one in DC?
Yeah, it's at the Gaylord, that big giant resort.
Well, send me the info. I don't know that I can work that out, but send me the info. If I can, I'll come and maybe if we publicize or something, if people want. If they happen to want 2 signatures on the book rather than just one, maybe we can.
That would be awesome. And it would be, at least I'd see you annually.
That's right. Once a year. With that, and maybe this is a green room topic, but since it's an Avon thing, as far as me coming up and trying to sign books, you got to let me know if that's kosher with them or not, because I know you've had to.
Well, I mean, it would be doing it in the hallways and stuff. We just wouldn't be able to slap out a table and do it.
Avon needs to bring me in to speak. I need to call. Send me details. I'll call their meeting plan or whatever. They need to bring me in to speak, and I say, and I'll be signing books in the back of the room with my co-author, Avon superstar, direct Lisa Wilber.
Yeah, I don't know why that's an issue, but it is. But when it didn't matter. Every time I've gone to any of the big stuff, I'm known enough that it doesn't matter. Yeah. And in New York, I'm wearing a billboard for the book.
Yeah. So it's kind of hard not to know. Wait a minute.
It's not like the book is called something else. It's called The Lady with the Blue Hair. Because when they said, they didn't want me saying stuff, I went, okay. Because it doesn't really matter. That just took the pressure off of me. I can just be me, which was all right anyway.
The young couple that was looking
that's
at
why
we'll be using the naughty rule. That's right.
The naughty rule.
Or as Jason says, the rule of naughty.
No, that's what I do every year. I just go and do my thing. And matter of fact, I don't go to the classes. Peg's probably going to find that annoying because she was wrangling me at the send out cards thing. But
I know Peg good notes for you.
Well, we get the replays for free, so I watch them at home and I do my job when I'm there.
Yeah.
So
the young couple tonight that was looking at the townhome, she had long, beautiful lady, long pink hair.
Oh.
And I said, if you only had blue hair, this could be working for you. But I told her about the book and all that. I meant to give her a copy and I forgot. But I don't know if she would read it. I don't know because for whatever reason, not everybody is a reader. We should all be readers. You are going to be the same person today that you are. You're going to be the same person 5 years from now that you are today, with the exception of the books you read, the recordings you listen to, and the people you hang around. So if you do nothing but read, if you don't ever read, not going to help you. But read, and then read good stuff. My mentor, Bill Ross, used to say, that saying means that if you're going to be the same person 5 years from now that you are today, with the exception of the books you read and the people you hang out with, he said, That means if you do nothing but read trashy books and hang out with jerks, 5 years from now, you're going to be a trashy jerk.
Oh, well, no one wants that.
Yeah. Bill was like me. He was a very gregarious, still is, a very gregarious kind of guy. Great mentor to me 30 years ago. And he could say anything. He said, you can say anything to anybody if you say it with a smile and shake your head. It'd be all right if I punch you in the nose, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And then they'll be going, yeah, no.
I gotta give you the name of that book I'm reading now. It's a guy that does videos on Facebook, and his book is almost like bullet points, everything.
Right.
But his excessive use of the F word is why I got the book, because I thought that was awesome.
I'm totally shocked.
No, he's like blunt and blunt about everything, and that resonates with me. I like the bluntness.
It's like that meme you sent me the other day that we can't read on the show. I showed it to somebody the other day because they had said that was their favorite word too, and I showed it to them. I said, "You'd love my co-author here." Look.
I think that is an underutilized, awesome word.
The original meaning of that word was to hit or to smite.
Really?
If you look up the etymology of the word, I believe that was the
and
origins of it.
The people who know me know which word we're talking about.
Yeah. And they know you would never hit or smite someone.
No. Well,
the other you might. I remember having you on video when we were recording the audio book. Every now and then you might not have said it, but you were thinking it, because every now and then your little hand would come up with a finger pointing at me and go back down.
The thing that would have made you laugh the most, I'm glad you didn't hear, because that whole hour after I hung up on you, I swear to you, I sat on the edge of my bed calling you names, and I'm like, I don't care what he does. I don't care how he finishes this. He is not finishing it with me. And I'm like, I am not getting back on that. I don't care what he says. I can't even believe in 1 hour I went back on.
It was meant to be. It was meant to be.
I was
hey,
so
every
mad.
couple has their spats.
Oh.
Even online couples like that.
Evidently.
All right, we got to go. It's 6:37.
Okay. We'll see everybody later. Love you guys.
Love you guys.
Talk to you later.